October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Man, I want to be number 1 again. And hey, look, it's Edgeworth. Let's see how he reacted to his loss. The court is now in session this court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show to the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Yeah, because this never happens in any case. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. Alright. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here's the employee area. Right? Yeah. And then you just turn, if you flip it over, that was, how you should be seeing it, but whatever. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works in the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Major deja vu right there for me. Okay? Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Yeah, past the gate of the studios. Alright, and here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Alright, now on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, who looks freaking ridiculous. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in employee area until noon. Alright. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Okay. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Because he was dead. He got pwned. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. At least they don't believe that anymore. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? No. We're good. Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. Yeah, I have a video. I can just watch it again. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Samurai spear. I just got a record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Well, hey, at least I don't have to, talk to Gumshoe at all. That would be kind of annoying. Alright, Miss Ugly, what's up? Will the witness declare her name?
Oh, my, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Oh, God. Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please! Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. Okay,
I wish I could keep up. Believe it, there was a little bit
Oldbag, and I just cried because...
Whatever. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection's insane. Wow, the witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony and away from you. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, say I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
Don't call me that. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Okay. No kidding. Jeez. Alright. Testimony. Witness's account. Alright.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. The poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. Alright, well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2 p.m., right? interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
Alright, yeah, you don't... Yeah, whatever. You saw the defendant, then. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's do it. Okay.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station 1 p.m.
How do you know that? I reported him on the rest of the run-through since the morning. Alright, a run-through?
They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. Okay, there was a run through the morning. Why did you only get there afternoon? Alright, I had some errands to run. Okay, what errands? What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
No, we don't know. Answer the question. Thank you.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Yeah, I've already detected a huge plot hole, and I'm going to be able to use it later on.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Stalker.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through, too.
You can quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
Wow. No, thank you. Anyway, it was
1 when I got to the guard station. The main gate from there 5. And the murder happened when 2, right? Yeah, interesting to me because a certain man walked right in 2. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the...
Okay. Let's try it. That's a weird looking photo. Alright, Powers is a photo, alright? Objection! Epic finger point! Yes, finally, I get to say that again. Let me get this straight, Oldbag, or Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Epic finger point, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. It's a Krizappy photo, that's for sure. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Jeez, I hate that name. Miss Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai, but that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Epic Finger Point. Ugh. Okay.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, witness. He's having trouble calling her Oldbag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Powers, do you? Of course not.
Nosy old man.
Nosy old woman. Okay.
Of course I have proof.
What proof? What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know? How was I to know everyone was so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. All right, what proof dost thou have? Stupid. Okay.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props, and it was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day.
Or it could just be a smaller person, you idiot.
That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Well, it's a good argument, but still. So he has sprained an ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Ew, no. Okay.
I never say anything I don't mean to, mind you. Alright, the morning during the run scene. So Powers trip and fall.
How do you know that? You trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. Mr. Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
That would increase the pain. That would not help. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue with your testimony. Alright then. He broke into the props, it was a big mess. What prop did he break? Let's see. He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
A samurai spear? Murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
Well, it doesn't have duct tape on it, you idiot. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record. Yeah.
And apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Let's see here. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is, where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Oh, a piece of evidence that Edgeworth doesn't have? Pshaw! That's blasphemy. Anyway, that's not important. Yes, it is, you idiot. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. But, and it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I'm gonna object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else is not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Epic forehead. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? Oh, great.
No need to ask twice.
Alright, so we've got a witness testimony again. Witness's account can't. What? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and continue this tomorrow. So anyway, I will see you guys later.